Manjeet, introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Manjeet Kumar. I was born and brought up in Diwali. I live here with my family. There are five members in my family, my parents, and I have two brothers. My father is working in a private firm as a supervisor, and my mother is a homemaker. I did my schooling from here only, from non-medical sciences, and after that, I went to Delhi University to do my graduation in physics. I did my graduation, completed my graduation in 2020, and talking about my hobbies, I like to do exercise.
Okay, fine. You completed your graduation in 2020, right?
Yes, sir.
So after that, you only preparation for examination or you working on something?
Yes, sir. I mainly prepared for exams.
Okay, okay, fine. You did your graduation in physics, and now you want to join banking. So how you
Yes,
will
sir.
sell yourself? Like how you are useful for the banking?
So, coming from a physics background, I believe I have developed certain traits which will help me in banking.
Okay.
First is that in physics, sir, we learn a lot of concepts and then we move on to next theories, better version of them, and
Mm-hmm.
we constantly keep changing. Uh, we constantly learn new concept, new theories.
Okay.
And I believe that in banking as well, banking is changing at a rapid pace, that too in a positive way. So I believe I will be okay with the change and will be comfortable and be productive. And in surf physics, we also used to do experiments with team from school onwards. So I think I know how to work with a team and I can actually be very productive with a team. So in banking as well, this will help me.
Okay. So can I ask some question based on physics?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay. Can you tell about the quantum mechanism in a layman language? Huh?
Yeah, yes, sir. So quantum mechanics is the study of basically it's a mechanics form, but in a very small scale, atomic level.
Okay.
We talk about in atomic levels. We talk about mechanics.
Okay. And law of motion.
Yes, sir. So law of motion. Basically, there are three laws of motion given by Newton. Would you like me to elaborate them, sir?
Acha, tell me one thing. Do you remember who won Nobel Prize for in physics in 2022?
Yes, sir. I do.
Okay. Can you tell the name and his contribution or their contribution?
Yes, sir. So there are three people who won the Nobel Prize. First is Mr. Alain Aspect, second is Mr. Kellinger, and the third is Mr. Clauser.
Okay.
They won the Nobel Prize for in quantum mechanics only.
Okay.
Basically, they established the relationship of photon entanglement, and they also established the violation of Bell theorem.
Okay. So you want to work as a bank PO. You know what is the role and responsibilities of bank PO?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Can you tell me two,
I
three
can, sir.
things?
Yes, sir. I can categorize the working into two parts.
Okay.
First is primary. So the primary function is to firstly I'll be learning how to do the basic thing. For example, assist. For example, opening a bank account and yes, also other things as well in
Mhm.
like day-to-day regular banking.
Okay.
Second is the administrative part where I'll be assisting my branch manager and also doing the work, basically working with him and learning.
Okay. Okay. So do you know about banking terminologies? Can I ask some question based on banking?
Yes, sir, you
Yes.
can.
Okay. So can you tell two, three topics so from where I can ask questions?
Two, three topics, sir, as in banking.
Banking and financial awareness, any topic which you like.
Um, Sir, I believe I've covered almost all the topics. You can ask from anywhere.
Okay. So do you know about IMF, International Monetary Fund?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hope you heard about the SDR, special drawing right.
Of IMF, sir.
हाँ, SDR, Special Drawing
Uh,
Right?
yes, sir. I've heard about it, but sir, I'm not much aware of it.
Okay, okay, no problem. Okay. So, can you tell about can you explain inflation in a common, very like layman language?
Yes, sir. So inflation is when the price of a commodity increases as compared to its base year.
Oh,
That is called as inflation.
okay. So, what will be the effect on domestic currency if there is a high inflation?
Sir, the domestic currency will depreciate if there is high inflation.
Okay. Okay. So, what are the major causes behind the inflation?
Sir, I believe there we can categorize it into two parts. One
Mm-hmm.
is since we are a import, we have more import as compared to exports. So
Mm-hmm.
what what happening around the world uh, impacts us. So for
Mm-hmm.
example, right now the fuel prices, because of them, our inflation is rising,
Okay.
and the other is yes, sir, and the other is um, from the country itself, inside of the country. So if there are more, if there are like for example, one example is hoarding. So if some commodity is being hoarded, then the inflation will occur.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, have you heard about hyperinflation?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay. Can you give example of two, three countries which are generally facing hyperinflation?
Yes, sir. So one is very famous, Sri Lanka, and one is Pakistan. Both are our neighbors.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Both are facing hyperinflation.
Mm-hmm. Do you read newspaper?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Which newspaper?
The Hindu, sir.
The Hindu. So I hope you must gone through a union budget.
Yes, sir, I have.
So what are your viewpoint on budget 2023?
I think, sir, overall it was a decent and in fact good budget. We have considered some good things, the good aspect of the budget that needed improvement. Overall, sir, it was a good budget.
Okay. Any highlights or the theme of budget this year?
Yes, sir. So yes, sir. So the first thing is the capital expenditure of the budget of this year to like 30%. And one is that the income tax also the income tax slab also got increased,
Okay.
and now we can have like up to 7 lakh income we can have no tax. We'll pay no tax.
Okay. Fine. Have you heard about Adani Enterprises cases? So there is some problem with Adani Enterprise.
Yes, sir. I have.
Can you explain this?
Yes, sir. Sir, recently there was a report from Hindenburg which made some allegations about Adani Group. So the allegations were that it has more debt as compared to its profits and its revenue, and that it is making some financial fraud as well, because of which Adani's shares group declined a lot.
Okay. So you belongs to Rewari. Can you say something about Rewari?
Yes, sir. It is a very beautiful city. It is a small city, and it has an historic significance as well. And I would, I mean, I like. It's a very people can come here and visit here.
Okay. So what is the state of economy for that particular district? People's dependency or income
So
sources?
yes, sir. So mostly people here depends on agriculture,
Okay.
but because of the urbanization, people are also going towards industries. They are working in companies. So they are, these two are the two major employment generation thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fine. How many languages you know?
Sir, two, Hindi and English.
Hindi and English. Okay. Okay. Fine. ठीक है. So Manjit will wrap up here. Okay.